Hello my friends, Morgan here. I'm over at Twin Peaks. I'm up on the balcony and I'm going to be using the daily token trader to show you a couple things about guns. The token trader is where I usually buy my new guns because I like to do the daily missions, and I use the tokens to get these guns here because they're pretty good. We're going to be looking at a couple of them just as visual aids. The first one that we're going to look at is this. Let me bring it up here. EWLC 200 Scout. And as you can see here, it's 59.6 efficiency. That's telling you that at your skill level, which happens to be right here, this gun is going to deal damage to the mob 6 times out of 10. I wouldn't try to go too much below 60% because then it's getting to be more like a flip of the coin whether you hit the damn mob or not. It shows you your ranged laser damage and laser sniper hit. Those are the two things that it uses to give you all these other numbers here. I happen to be a 53 and a 56.5, and this gun, in order to get everything that it says here, it says 40, but that's not true. And I'll explain why in a little bit. It has a skill increase bonus with a learning period of 40 to 45. So if either of these is between 40 and 45, then using this gun will give you some sort of an increase in skill until you're out of that range. It uses weapon cells. You'd think that folks would look at that, but I've had disciples that bought a gun and it turned out to be a BLP gun. It was simply a good deal for them, and they didn't even look to see what kind of ammo they were going to have to use. It's got exceptional durability. All the guns from the token trader will be exceptional durability. That means these things are going to last a long time. When you're buying a gun out on the street, it may say fair, or it may say good, or might even say poor, but that's going to give you an idea of how long you're going to be able to use that gun, even if it was brand new. The attacks per minute, it has a maximum of 45 attacks, and with my skills I'm able to get the full 45. You don't really worry a whole lot about the kind of damage that it does unless you happen to be in PvP and then you want to match the gun with the anticipated armor that the other guy is going to wear. If he happens to have armor that's known to be good for its burn protection, you don't want to get a weapon that's heavy on burn damage the way that this one is. The last thing that you want to look at here is the damage interval. If you're maxed out on this weapon, it's going to give you between 45.5 and 91 points of damage per shot. I happen to be maxed out at that. So we're going to set that one aside for right now. We're going to go to the next one in our show and tell. This is the, I'll pull that down here. This is the EWLC 240 Recon, which is the gun that I currently use. Again, it's 60% efficiency. I wish it was more because it's a gun I'm using, but you do what you got to do. You use what's available to you. As you can see, here are my stats for laser damage and laser hit. This one says that it requires a minimum of 45. This one also has a skill increase bonus, as do all of the weapons on the list there. It has a skill increase bonus with a learning period of from 45 to 50. My 53 and 56 are outside of this, so that's a good thing. And I'll show you why on to the next gun. The category is a laser. It takes weapon cells. It has a durability that's exceptional, which I can testify that this gun lasts a long time. It has a damage interval of 45 to 91, and I use all of it. 45 to 91. The other thing that you're able to see on this information here is right down here at the hit ability and of the critical hit ability. I am 10 out of 10 on both of these rifles. That means I ought to be able to hit what I'm aiming at 10 out of 10 times. Although maybe that's my ability with my skills, but the efficiency of the gun is only 60%. So I'm sort of taking this to mean that I'll hit it 6 out of 10 times with the weapon, and for my skills, I have the skill to hit it 10 out of 10 times. I guess that's what that means. But anyway, we're moving on to the next weapon, which is the ISIS LC55, and this is my big gun. This is where I'm going to show you something. It also has 60% efficiency. Here are my skills, the 53.2 and the 56.5. And it says that all I need is 50 to use the gun, so I should be okay. it says that I have more skills than what I need. However, this one has a skill increase bonus with a learning period of from 50 to 55. Well, I happen to have a skill level here 53.2, which is within that range. Now that's sort of a good thing because it means I'm going to be picking up some skills for using the rifle. But, and I'll show you here in just a second, this one also uses weapon cells. It has exceptional durability, which means it's going to last quite a while. The attacks per minute are 34 and 34. But we look down here at the damage interval. It's capable, if you're maxed out on it, to have a 67.5 to 135. With my skills, even though it says that I have more skills than is required for this gun, I'm only able to get 62.7 to 125. So I'm losing 5 points on the small end and 10 points on the big end. So even though I have more skills than what it says is required, and even though I'm getting the full attacks per minute, I'm not able to do the damage that I want or that I could be doing. And because the upper range on, or the upper limit on this learning period is 55, and I've got a 53 up here, I need to get another 1.8 points on my range laser damage, and that's going to take a while. Those points do not come quickly. So I still use this gun, but I have to be cognizant of the fact that I'm not getting the full damage potential out of this thing. And here again it says 10 out of 10 for hitability and critical hitability. Let's try one more. This is the ISIS LC60. It's got 60.4% efficiency, which means it's a little bit better than these others. It's a half a point higher in efficiency. It requires, it says 55 points of skill for the damage and hit. I'm okay on the laser sniper hit, but I'm below on the range laser damage. It has a skill increase bonus with a learning period of 55 to 60. So both of my skills are within that range. So where that's going to show up is if you look at the attacks per minute. It has a potential of 36 shots per minute. I'm only going to be able to get 30 out of it because I fall within that range. So you need to look at that. You really don't want to buy a gun that's not going to shoot as fast as it says it can shoot. you want these numbers to be the same. And on the damage interval, I should be able to get 68 to 136 on it, but I'm only able to get 34 to 68. So that means I'm 34 points below what should be the low end for this gun, and I'm 66 points low for the maximum. So even though I'm fairly well skilled up here, I can't use this gun. I don't want to use this gun because I'm not going to be able to get, you know, these extra 6 shots per minute. I mean, that can make or break you on a big mob. Plus, I'm only doing half of the damage that this thing says it can do. So I'm a lot better off using this gun over here because I'm getting 62 to 125 as opposed to 34 to 68. I'm on attacks per minute, shots per minute. I may be able to live with that 30 because I'm only getting 34 over here. But I can't live with being at least 30 points low on my damage. And so the two things that you really want to look at when you're using a gun, you want to check out the attacks per minute and the damage interval. You want these numbers to be the same, and you want these numbers to be as close to or equal to these as you can get. So there are probably a lot more things that are to be considered when you're buying a gun. Probably the durability is a critical thing too, because I know some of these guns, it might be that they have good numbers as far as attacks and as far as of the damage, but if it's only good durability, unless that gun is a real good deal, you're going to wind up having that thing fail on you in the middle of a fight, and it's not good. You better hope you have a knife on you or something to stay in that fight, and even then you're not going to stay in for very long. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I just wanted to bring this up because I have made that mistake here on a gun that I was able to buy off of auction. Seemed like a hell of a deal. And then I looked at the damage interval and the shots per minute, and I had no business buying that gun. It was so much above me, it was ridiculous. It was a hell of a deal if I'd had the skills, but I didn't, and so it wasn't. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Y'all be good. I hope I explained that right. But Good luck to y'all, and we'll see you next time. Bye.